class, so today we're on page 25 in our binder and we're talking about how to solve order of operations problems when we have fraction bars. So, alright, so when solving order of operations problems with fraction bars, it is important to solve all of the problem that is on the top before solving the problem that is on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to solve all the things on the top first before we solve all the things on the bottom. Now, once we have solved the two pieces, we can then divide the numerator by the denominator. So just like we would do in fractions, we're going to divide it to see what we have going on. Alright, so let's look at the first example. Now if we look at our directions, it says solve all the things on the top before we solve all the things on the bottom. And if you still need... I don't know what just happened there. If you still need to write your GEMDAS off to the side, go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're going to solve all the stuff on the top first. And I like to work these problems side to side so the fraction bar stays in the middle. So, if we look at the top, do we have any groupings? Well, we have some groupings right here. So 8 minus 8 gives me 0. You can leave it in parentheses if you'd like. Times 1, and we have it over 9 still. Don't have any groupings, don't have any more exponents. We do have multiply, divide, so 0 times 1 gives us 0 over 9. And if we divide 0 divided by 9, we get 0. So that is my answer to the first example. Okay, if we look at number 2 now, the second example, I'm going to show you another method for solving these problems. And let me put in a white rectangle really quick up here on the top. Okay. So if we look at this example, I'm going to work it a little bit different. This is another method you can use to solving these problems. So I'm going to start with the top first. 1 plus 4. Well, 1 plus 4 is 5. I'm going to write it above. Now that I've solved everything on the top, I'm going to go to the bottom. Do I have any groupings? Yes, I have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 to the second. Then I can solve 5 to the second. That gives me 25. Now I've solved all the top, I've solved all the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it together as one fraction. 5 over 25. Now if you look at 5 over 25, you could type it in your calculator and get a decimal, which would be fine. But think to yourself, can I simplify this fraction? They end in 5s. So I could actually divide by 5 and just make the fraction smaller. Okay, so I would end up with 1/5. Okay, so we're going to try to practice working with our simplifying of fractions rather than turning it into a decimal. It's not wrong if you turn it into a decimal, but I just want you to practice with your simplifying. Okay, so let's look down at number 1. Try number 1 by yourself. When you're ready, unpause the video and we'll go over it together. Okay, let's go over number 1 together. So, I'm going to solve all the stuff on the top first. So I'm going to do 4 to the second power first, which is 16. Then I'm going to solve, oops. So we write 2 to the second underneath. 2 to the second power is going to give us 4, so now I have 16 over 4. Now, if you divide this in your calculator, 16 divided by 4, you actually end up with a whole number, so that is fine. You don't need to simplify the fraction, you can just get a whole number of 4. Okay? Try number 2. Careful with number 2. You have to solve all the stuff on the top, all the things on the bottom, divide, and then add the 6 at the end. So make sure that you're careful with that. So go ahead, try number 2 by yourself. When you're ready, unpause the video. Alright, let's go over number 2 together. So we're going to solve all the things on the top first. 3 to the third. 3 to the third gives me 27. So I'm actually going to write this one out a little bit different since the 6 is out front. 6 plus 27 over 1 to the second. Then I'm going to solve 1 to the second because I did all the things on the top. I need to do all the bottom now. 6 plus 27 over 1 to the second power is 1. Then all the bar means is division, so I need to divide that. 27 divided by 1 is 27. Then I still have plus 6. And when I do 6 plus 27, I end up with 33. Okay, so just make sure you're careful with ones like that when they have the extra pieces either in front or behind. You need to solve all your fraction part first, and then you can finish the rest of the problem. Okay? So your job is to finish the rest of the tasks that are posted on the Promethean board in class.